Hi, this is Dale Janota with School Board Support Services, and I have this need to be productive. I've been working with schools for, I don't know how many years, since 1980, and I analyze salary schedules. Started developing this about 1984, and I'm going to show you how San Mateo County's teacher salary and benefits compare using 2019-20 data. Nobody has that yet, but I do. Been working all year collecting this information. And what I have here is got the 2019-20 data. And if you're not settled yet, I use your most current data. What I do is I developed in 1984, I developed what I call a 26-year earning power approach to teacher salary schedules. I found out that the average number of years of service current retirees have that are drawing off a retirement system is 26 years. So what I do is I take a teacher at your BA 30 unit starting salary with the credential. I walk them through your salary schedule for the 26-year period, add those numbers up, defining the value of your schedule with one number. Now, I do this for 917 school districts in California. Takes me a little bit of time. Now, we're going to look at salaries, but we're also going to look at benefits. I'm going to combine salary and benefits and do this study all over again. I'm going to do it on a per diem basis, as well as, and this is new, a student-teacher ratio basis. I'm a believer that one needs to look at the total picture when you try to assess your pay plan, and there's many ways of looking at it. So I'm going to look at Belmont right here, then I'm going to show you all your numbers so you'll see where you're at too. Okay, the earning power of Belmont, $2,327,502. Based on the county, they were 19,000 above the county average, 0.8% above average, and they rank 7th. Now, this is salary only, and I want you to pay attention to Bayshore. You see, they're a little bit lower here. And then we're going to see what happens at the end when I look at student-teacher ratio. Get a total turnaround here on this. But like right now, I'm going to just scroll down so you can see your number. You can see Hillsboro, they pay their teachers real well. They must have really good teachers there. Okay, and as I go down, you can see how you compare. Okay. Woodside's a unique district. We're going to see something very strange with them at the end here, so stay tuned. Okay, now, the next thing I look at is I look at the entry-level pay with the BA 30, or the next smaller column with the credential. You can see Belmont's about 1,100 above average in the county, 1.9% above average, and they rank 9th. Then I look at the biggest number with the BA 45. Now, the reason I pick that number is I do this in quite a few states. And BA 45 nationally tends to be the highest a teacher can get without a master's degree. Now, that's not true in California, but it's still a decent benchmark to look at. So you can see how Belmont is there. Okay, you can see Bayshore's a little bit higher there. Now, this number could be the 26 salary as well, because some schedules go on and on forever. If you go on forever, I just stop at 26 and footnote it accordingly. Okay, and then there they rank 13th. Top salary on the schedule. Now, when I say top salary, same thing happens there. It could be the 26 salary if you go on forever. There are schools that go to step 40. I don't want to compare 40 years with somebody's 20 years. And then I also include the master stipend. And the master stipend is also included in my earning power. And then you can see they're that many dollars above, that percent above, and they rank 7th. Now, this is salary only. Now, let's go look at the benefits here, because when I put those code numbers in, you can put any schools in there you want. I just picked the county because I don't have the knowledge of who you want to be compared with. So you can see how much they pay for single insurance, how much they pay for family. Here's the county average. Here's Bay Shore. They just give 710 either way. I have the contract days and then the student teacher ratio. You'll see the significance of this a little later. Whoops, and they're not settled yet. I'm still using the last year's salary schedule or the most current. And there's nothing you can do because I end up updating these things about 30 times a year. And I keep updating it, try to be as current as possible. Then when I combine the benefits to the salary, let's see what happens. Here's Belmont. Now they're 76,000 above average, 2.8% above average, and they rank 7th in the county. We'll see page down here so you can see how other districts compared with that. Let's see who's number one with benefits. Sequoia High School's number one with benefits. How much do they pay for insurance? That's a nice thing. You can look around. Oh, $2,662 a month. That's quite a bit to be paying. Okay, and then as I go to the right, I do it here. We can see what the base pay equivalent with family benefits is. I like to emphasize family because most people are married at some point in their life, even if it's only temporary. There you can see they're 4.4% above average, and they ranked 8th. Biggest number with the BA 45, ranked 13th. Top salary on the schedule, or it could be step 26. They rank 7th. Then as I go to the right, I do it with single insurance. Okay, notice that Belmont is always ahead of Bay Shore here. We're going to see something at the end. Okay, and as I go to the right, I don't need to talk all the time. Okay, and then here's the benefit comparison again. Okay, and then as I go to the right here, I do it based on a per diem. Now that doesn't seem to be a big issue anymore since you got over the furlough day concept, but still it's nice to have. There's not that much range in the days like it used to be. Okay, and I don't think I need to go through this because it doesn't change things a lot. But now what does change it a lot is based on student-teacher ratio. Now when I do student-teacher ratio, I don't mean class size. I take your total number of students divided by the number of certified teachers, and then I get a student-teacher ratio. All of a sudden, oh, Belmont is 14th. Number one, Bay Shore is above average now when I do. So you could also look at this as salary cost per teacher. So let's look at the BA 30. You can probably relate to that a bit easier. You can see the cost per student for salary is quite a bit different there. Okay? And then it's also done with benefits. I do salary and family benefits. Okay, naturally, Bay Shore is going to drop down a little bit because they don't pay family insurance. Okay, and then when I do it based on single insurance, they're back up there again. But see, so when you look at schedules, this is something that one may want to look at when you're doing bargaining because student-teacher ratio is a big issue. Okay, now I want to see who's number one here because I was going to show you something that's really, really different. Let's see who's number one. Hillsborough is not number one on student-teacher. Number one is Woodside. Now they're 51% above the average. So when I look at it, I can see why. As I go back here, I'm going to see something here that's really unique in your county. Their student-teacher ratio is 8.44 to 1. You see where everybody else is here? So when you do an analysis like this, one might say, well, this is skewing the data. So you can just take out that district if you want. Okay, but now, so what's unusual about it is not only are they high on student-teacher ratio, they're also a well-paid district. I mean, look, they're fifth highest in the county. But then, they're a smaller district, but they have money compared to other districts in your county, although Okay, so anyway, the nice thing that I also have here is Belmont's not settled. Okay, let's say you want to look at a proposal. I'm going to go back here and see what they're paying for benefits here because we're going to change things up. Okay, 1397 and 680. Okay, let's say they're looking at a 2.5% increase. Now we're going to see. You're going to watch this number. It's going to change. I'm going to put 2.5% in here. So I'm adding 2.5% to their schedule. And let's say for family benefits, they're going to pay. They're proposing 1450, and for single, they're proposing 700. Now, what it does, it automatically changes Belmont's numbers. I added 2.5% to the schedule. If you have your master stipend capped at a salary and not a percent, it stays that way. This is a smart program. It took me a long time to write. I think I did a pretty decent job here with this. So you can see how your proposal compares, and then you can just keep going through. This is what we're proposing. Naturally, you're going to want a different group of people in here. I know you don't want the whole county because there's quite a few districts that are bigger or smaller. Normally, you want districts of your own characteristics. I don't tell people how to think. I learned that through a lot of years of marriage. Okay, and then what do we have here? Okay, and then checking out proposal. And as I go to the right, everything will be done. So anyway, all you ever have to do is in this column, put in the code numbers you want. Like I have all my, let's see how you compare with the state average. There is your earning power in the county. State average. You paid about 15% more. It's right up there. Okay, so you can put any schools in here you want. I have 917 schools available. I have also have all the county offices in there too. And then also for your convenience, I have my codes sorted by district type. Let's say Bayshore wanted to know or Belmont wanted to know how they compared with all the elementary schools that I have in California. You just have to copy these code numbers, highlight it, copy, paste, stick those in there, and boom. If you wanted it based on your size, here's Belmont. They have these could be old data here, but still the relativity is the same. Well, this would be cost per student. If you want to do it by the wealth of the district, which would be the same as cost per student, you can do that. If you want to do it based on the size, you can do that. Break it down elementary or high school, or just if you don't care, you can put them all in. Or you can always put them in individually, as what I do is also over here. I have all the code numbers alphabetically with all 917 schools in here. And believe you me, this takes a while to do, but I got a neat way of doing it. I think you find this quite beneficial. And I enjoy doing this. Been doing this. I'm 70 years old, and I like to feel productive. And what this thing costs. The days of five-digit comp studies are gone. All this thing costs is $595. What you get the entire database that I have here. You can put any schools in here you want. You can put in the whole state. You can pick and choose. You can change things up. You can do whatever you want with it. There's a lot of things in here that I didn't show you because I think this is enough for one session. And then here is my firm name. I've been doing this since 1984. And I have a lot of people that really like me, so I keep doing it. There's my website. There's my phone number. Not $5.95 for everything, and that also includes the updates that are becoming, because there's still 246 schools in California that are working under old salary schedules. So naturally, between now and probably October, or maybe even longer, I'll be sending updates. And if you happen to know somebody that's done or just finished yesterday, let me know, and I'll update it and send you a new one. So I have it well organized. I hope you like it. Timing of payment is not an issue to me. You can pay me when the new normal comes, and I hope you enjoyed it because I really enjoyed doing this for you. And thank you much.